You might have heard the saying, people join companies, but they leave bosses. The problem is that when people leave their boss, they almost never give open, honest feedback about some of the things the boss could do to improve. Why? Because it's a difficult conversation. You don't know how the boss is going to react to your feedback, and so you keep quiet. Which means that the boss doesn't even know which behavior is causing the employees to be unhappy. Good managers also need feedback about their management style. In fact, most good managers want that type of feedback. But the problem is, again, people don't like difficult face-to-face conversations, and so the manager is never made aware of what they can do to improve. So there are lots of important feedback conversations that should be happening, but aren't. Until now. FeedbackRocket has developed a new solution which will soon be running in your organization. This tool enables important workplace conversations that wouldn't happen face-to-face and provides crucial feedback for managers to understand the strengths and weaknesses of their management style. In the next few days, you'll receive an email from our system asking you to complete a review for a manager you report to or work with. In the email is a link. Clicking on the link will open up an anonymous online survey, which will take you about 20 minutes to complete. You'll firstly answer a few open-ended questions about the manager. Then, you'll rate the manager on a whole bunch of behaviors or competencies which are most valued by employees. The questionnaire is based on extensive research conducted by FeedbackRocket. Your responses are securely encrypted and are hosted independently on our US server. So what do the results of the FeedbackRocket review look like? Well, this is what the manager will see when he or she logs in to view the results. You'll notice that all responses are completely anonymous. Very often the manager will have questions after viewing the feedback. Why did the person say this? When do I do this behavior? And so on. What makes the FeedbackRocket solution unique is that the manager is able to get answers to these questions by simply clicking on the Chat Privately button next to any comment. The manager can start a conversation with the employee who made that particular comment. The system then looks up the relevant employee and sends an email saying the manager has responded to a comment, together with a unique username and password. The employee then logs in, reads the manager's questions, chooses a nickname and responds. At this point, the system sends an email to the manager to say there has been a follow-up. The manager logs in, carries on the conversation, and so it continues. This is an example of what a typical private conversation might look like. It's totally private and no one sees it. And similarly with the rating questions. The manager can ask all those respondents who strongly disagree with any particular behavior why they feel the way they do. Again, it's all completely anonymous. There are 3 guidelines to bear in mind when you complete the review. 1. You are completely anonymous, so please be honest in your responses. 2. Be constructive. This is an opportunity to help the manager improve in the areas which are important to you. 3. Don't be malicious, vindictive, or abusive in your responses. This will not be allowed. Your responses will be deleted. So what do we do with the results? Firstly, we prepare a detailed results report for each manager. This includes all the anonymous responses and ratings, comparisons with a company benchmark, and an analysis of the gaps between the manager's own self-perceptions and those of the people he or she works with. The manager can then log in and start a private conversation to follow up on any given response. Each conversation is completely private and no one else gets to see it except the manager and the anonymous employee involved. Finally, we collect the results of all the managers together and we analyze the management team as a whole to assess areas of strength as well as areas to focus on in order to make the biggest improvements. To end off, remember that this is a unique opportunity. For the first time, you'll be able to engage honestly with the manager in a way that you've never been able to before, to say the important things that need to be said, to help the manager improve. Please take advantage of the opportunity to participate and respect the process. Thank you.